Today, we're going to slowly explore the quiet power of forests, not just what we see on the surface, but the hidden ways trees shape the air, the land, and the balance of the planet. Forests work patiently over years and even centuries, creating systems that support life in ways most of us never notice. They cool the world, guide water, protect soil, and store energy from the sun inside living wood. As you listen, feel free to relax, settle in, and gently support the channel by liking the video and subscribing, so more peaceful nature journeys can continue. Now, let's begin with one of the most important roles forests play for the Earth. Forests store enormous amounts of carbon inside tree trunks, branches, roots, and soil. When trees grow, they pull carbon dioxide out of the air and lock it into solid wood, sometimes for hundreds of years. Old forests can hold far more carbon than young ones because of their massive trees and deep soil layers. This is one reason forests play such a large role in slowing climate change. Forest soils can hold more water than many man-made reservoirs. Layers of organic matter act like a sponge, slowly absorbing rainfall and releasing it over time. This steady release helps prevent floods after heavy storms and keeps streams flowing during dry seasons. Without forests, rainwater runs off quickly and erodes the land. Some forests create their own weather patterns. Large areas of trees release water vapor into the air through their leaves in a process called transpiration. This moisture rises, cools, and eventually forms clouds that bring rain back to the same region. In places like the Amazon, forests help generate a large portion of their own rainfall. Forests can lower surrounding temperatures by several degrees compared to open land. Shade blocks direct sunlight, and evaporating moisture from leaves cools the air naturally. This cooling effect helps nearby towns and farmland stay more comfortable during heat waves. It is one of nature's strongest temperature regulators. Many forests are older than human civilization. Some trees living today began growing before the pyramids were built. These ancient trees act as living records of climate, storing information about rainfall and temperature inside their growth rings. Scientists study these rings to understand Earth's past. Forests prevent massive soil loss by anchoring the ground with complex root systems. Without these roots, wind and rain can strip away fertile soil in just a few years. Healthy forests protect farmland, rivers, and coastlines from being buried in sediment. They quietly hold landscapes together. Large forests improve air quality far beyond their borders. Leaves trap dust, smoke, and pollution particles while absorbing harmful gases. Cleaner air travels on wind currents to nearby cities and regions. Forests act like giant natural air filters working non-stop. Different forest types exist based on climate, not just location. Tropical forests stay warm and wet year-round. Temperate forests experience seasons, and boreal forests survive long cold winters. Each type has unique soil chemistry, growth speed, and water cycles. Together, they cover about 1/3 of Earth's land surface. Some forests contain more living organisms in 1 square meter of soil than there are people on Earth. Bacteria, fungi, insects, and microscopic creatures work constantly breaking down organic material. These tiny life forms recycle nutrients that feed trees and plants. The forest floor is one of the busiest ecosystems on the planet. Forests influence the shape of rivers and coastlines. By controlling how fast water moves across land, they prevent rivers from flooding wildly and eroding their banks. Sediment stays balanced, keeping waterways clear and stable. Entire landscapes remain healthier because forests regulate water flow. Forests begin with small seeds resting quietly in the soil, sometimes waiting months or even years before growing. When the conditions are right, rain softens the ground and warmth wakes the seed from its rest. Roots slowly stretch downward while a tiny shoot reaches upward toward the light, starting the long life of a tree. As more trees grow, their branches spread and gently touch one another, forming a wide green roof called the canopy. This leafy ceiling filters sunlight into soft beams that drift down like golden mist. The forest floor below becomes cool, calm, and peaceful, even on hot days. Under that shaded floor, fallen leaves slowly break down into dark, rich soil. Worms, insects, and tiny organisms work quietly, turning old plants into nutrients. This living soil feeds new growth, creating a natural cycle that continues year after year. Rain moves differently in forests than in open land. Instead of crashing hard onto the ground, water slides gently off leaves and branches. It drips slowly into the earth, keeping the soil moist and preventing floods. Tree roots spread wide and deep, holding the ground together like a natural net. They stop soil from washing away during heavy rain and storms. Because of this, forests protect rivers, lakes, and nearby land. As trees grow taller, they pull water up from deep underground and release it back into the air through their leaves. This process slowly adds moisture to the atmosphere. Over time, forests help create clouds and influence rainfall. The air inside forests often feels cooler and fresher than outside areas. Shade lowers the temperature, and plants release oxygen while absorbing carbon dioxide. This creates a soft, clean atmosphere that feels calming to breathe. Wind moves more gently through forests as trees break strong gusts into slow breezes. Leaves whisper softly instead of roaring storms pushing through. This creates the quiet, soothing sound many people associate with peaceful woods. Over decades and centuries, fallen trees become homes for moss, mushrooms, and new plants. What once stood tall slowly returns to the earth. The forest never wastes anything. Everything becomes part of new life. As all these layers work together, roots, soil, trees, air, and water, the forest becomes a balanced living system. Each part supports the others without effort or noise. It quietly grows stronger with time. As forests mature, different heights of plants begin to form layers, almost like a living staircase of greenery. Tall trees rise above, smaller trees grow beneath them, and bushes and ferns fill the spaces below. This layered structure helps sunlight reach many levels of life instead of just one. Light that slips through the canopy changes throughout the day, creating slow-moving patterns on the forest floor. In the morning it feels soft and golden, while in the afternoon it becomes brighter and warmer. By evening, shadows stretch long and peaceful between the trees. Forest air often carries a gentle earthy smell created by damp soil, leaves, and tree bark. This natural scent comes from tiny plant compounds released into the air. Many people find this smell calming because it signals a healthy, living environment. Streams that pass through forests stay cooler than those in open areas. Shade protects the water from strong sunlight, keeping temperatures steady. This cool water slowly moves through the land, nourishing plants far beyond the forest edges. Trees communicate quietly through their roots and underground fungi networks. These hidden connections move nutrients and signals between plants. When one tree is stressed, others nearby can sometimes respond by sharing resources. Season by season, forests gently change their appearance without losing their balance. Leaves grow thick in spring, deepen in color in summer, shift into warm tones in fall, and rest in winter. Each stage prepares the forest for the next. Morning mist often rises between tree trunks as warm air meets cool ground. The fog drifts slowly upward, catching sunlight and creating a glowing effect. This soft movement adds to the forest's calm atmosphere. Old trees develop wide trunks with deep bark patterns shaped by time and weather. Each groove tells a silent story of years passing. These strong trees act as anchors, holding the forest steady. Smaller plants grow where fallen trees open gaps in the canopy. Sunlight pours into these spaces, allowing new life to flourish. This natural renewal keeps the forest healthy, without human help. Over centuries, forests slowly spread outward as seeds travel by wind, water, and animals. New trees take root beyond the original boundaries. The forest gently expands, one generation at a time. As forests grow older, some areas become very dense while others remain open and spacious. Sunlight shapes these spaces naturally, creating wide clearings and shaded groves. Walking through a forest feels like moving between peaceful rooms made by nature. The ground in mature forests often feels soft underfoot because of thick layers of fallen leaves and pine needles. This natural carpet absorbs sound, making footsteps quiet. The forest becomes a place where silence feels deep and soothing. Large rocks slowly become part of the forest over time as moss and small plants settle on their surfaces. Rain and shade allow these green layers to spread. What once looked bare slowly blends into the living landscape. Tree trunks collect rainwater that runs down their bark and into the soil near their roots. This helps direct moisture exactly where it is needed most. The forest uses every drop carefully. In windy weather, the tops of tall trees sway slowly while the lower forest stays calm. The canopy moves like gentle waves above, while the ground remains peaceful. This creates a feeling of shelter and protection below. Some forests develop natural paths where animals and water frequently move. These narrow trails wind quietly through the trees. Over time, they become smooth and easy to walk along. Fallen branches slowly break apart and return minerals to the soil. This keeps the ground rich without outside help. The forest feeds itself in a steady rhythm. Sunlight warms tree bark during the day, and that warmth slowly releases into the air as evening comes. This helps soften temperature changes between day and night. The forest stays comfortable and balanced. Roots from different trees often intertwine beneath the ground, strengthening the soil like woven fabric. This network makes the land more stable during storms. The forest stands firm even in heavy rain. As time passes, forests grow taller rather than wider, reaching slowly toward the sky. Their tops form rolling green horizons when seen from a distance. From far away, forests look like peaceful oceans of trees. Deep within large forests, the air often feels still and quiet, protected from strong weather outside. Tall trees block heavy winds and soften storms before they reach the ground. This creates a peaceful inner world where nature moves slowly. Sunlight in these deeper areas comes in thin, glowing beams that drift between trunks. Dust and moisture float gently through the light. The forest feels almost like a quiet cathedral made of wood and leaves. Some forest floors become slightly cooler than the land around them because shade keeps heat away. This cooler air slowly sinks and spreads outward. It helps regulate the surrounding environment. Large tree roots sometimes rise above the soil, forming natural steps and curves along trails. Over time, they become smooth from rain and footsteps. These roots shape the forest floor like gentle sculptures. Fallen leaves help trap moisture beneath them, keeping the ground damp even during dry periods. This stored water slowly feeds plants and trees. The forest protects itself from drought in quiet ways. The edges of forests slowly blend into open land instead of ending suddenly. Bushes, tall grasses, and young trees form soft borders. This gradual transition makes ecosystems stronger and more balanced. Rain sounds different inside a forest than in open areas. Instead of loud splashes, it becomes a soft tapping on leaves and bark. The layered canopy turns storms into gentle rhythms. Some trees grow in clusters that shelter each other from harsh conditions. Together, they block wind and share soil nutrients. These natural groups increase survival for many generations. Forest soil becomes darker and richer the longer a forest remains undisturbed. Years of plant matter slowly deepen its color. This rich earth holds water and nutrients more effectively. From above, forest canopies form flowing patterns like waves of green. Different tree species create subtle color changes. The whole landscape looks like a living painting. As forests continue aging over many centuries, some trees reach enormous sizes, their trunks widening little by little each year. These giants become natural pillars of the ecosystem, storing water in their wood and offering shade that cools huge areas beneath them. Their presence shapes the flow of wind, rain, and light across the forest. Beneath the surface, forest soil forms in clear layers built over long periods of time. The top layer stays loose and rich with life, while deeper layers hold moisture and minerals like a natural reservoir. This layered earth keeps trees stable and nourished through changing seasons. During long rainstorms, forests slow water so gently that flooding becomes less likely. Leaves catch rainfall first, then branches guide it downward in steady drops, and finally soil absorbs what remains. This slow movement allows water to sink deep instead of rushing away. Forests quietly clean the air as winds pass through their leaves and branches. Dust and small particles stick to plant surfaces and wash away during rain. Over time, the air leaving a forest is often fresher and clearer than the air entering it. Sunlight hitting leaves powers a slow exchange where trees absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. This process happens endlessly, quietly renewing the atmosphere. Large forests play a major role in keeping Earth's air balanced. Some forest regions develop natural temperature pockets where cool air settles during the night. These calm zones remain cooler into the morning. They act like natural air conditioners for surrounding land. Tree bark thickens with age, protecting inner wood from fire, insects, and harsh weather. Each layer builds slowly, forming strong natural armor. Older trees can survive conditions that younger trees cannot. Over time, forests create their own gentle climates, called microclimates. Within them, humidity stays higher, temperatures stay steadier, and winds remain softer. Life inside these spaces experiences fewer extremes. Rainwater flowing through forest soil becomes naturally filtered. Dirt, chemicals, and debris are trapped in roots and earth layers. The water that reaches streams is cleaner and healthier. As centuries pass, forests become stronger instead of weaker. Each generation of growth improves soil, stability, and balance. The longer a forest remains untouched, the more resilient it becomes. As forests stretch across wide areas, they begin to shape entire landscapes. Hills covered in trees hold moisture longer than bare land, and valleys filled with forests stay cooler and calmer. Over long periods, these patterns influence where rivers form and how land slowly changes. Morning dew gathers on leaves in forests more heavily than in open fields. Cool nighttime air settles beneath the canopy, allowing tiny water droplets to form. As sunlight rises, the dew slowly disappears, gently watering plants without rain. Forest floors often contain hidden springs where underground water finds its way to the surface. Tree roots guide this water upward and outward. These quiet sources help keep forests green even during dry seasons. Tall trees help slow the movement of clouds passing overhead. Moist air rising from forests adds water vapor into the sky. Over time, this contributes to rainfall, not just locally, but sometimes far beyond the forest itself. As sunlight filters through leaves, it changes color slightly, becoming softer and greener. This filtered light reduces stress on plants and creates a peaceful glow. Many people feel relaxed simply standing in this gentle light. Wind passing through branches releases natural plant oils into the air. These tiny particles create the fresh forest scent many recognize. Breathing this air often feels refreshing and calming. Forests naturally reduce noise by absorbing sound with leaves, bark, and soil. Loud noises fade quickly inside wooded areas. This makes forests some of the quietest outdoor environments. Over decades, forests slowly build up thick layers of organic matter that act like sponges. These layers hold rainwater and release it gradually. This steady release feeds streams long after storms end. Tree canopies also protect the ground from extreme sunlight. Without harsh exposure, soil organisms thrive and plants grow stronger. The forest maintains its health by controlling light naturally. When forests remain undisturbed for long periods, they become incredibly efficient at supporting themselves. Energy, water, and nutrients cycle smoothly with very little waste. The system becomes calm, balanced, and long-lasting. As forests expand across different regions, they slowly adapt to the land beneath them. Trees grow taller in fertile valleys and shorter on rocky slopes, shaping themselves to the earth's contours. Over time, the forest becomes a living map of the terrain below. In areas where forests meet mountains, clouds often drift lower and linger longer. Moist air rises from tree-covered slopes and cools, forming gentle fog and mist. This steady moisture feeds the forest even when rainfall is low. Forest ground absorbs sunlight during the day and releases warmth slowly at night. This soft temperature shift protects plants from sudden cold. The forest stays more comfortable than open land. Leaves falling year after year slowly soften hard ground into deep soil. What once was rock and dust becomes fertile earth over centuries. Forests quietly create new land capable of supporting life. As roots grow deeper, they pull minerals from underground layers of soil and rock. These nutrients move upward into leaves and wood. When leaves fall, the minerals return to the surface, enriching the soil again. Forest edges often become areas of great plant variety. Sunlight reaches these zones more easily, allowing many types of plants to grow together. These transition areas strengthen the overall ecosystem. When heavy rains arrive, forest streams rise gently instead of suddenly. Water moves slowly through roots, soil and fallen leaves before reaching rivers. This steady flow prevents sudden floods. Tall trees break strong sunlight into softer waves of brightness. This protects smaller plants from drying out too quickly. The forest controls light like a natural filter. Over long periods, forests help store large amounts of carbon inside wood and soil. This storage reduces excess carbon in the atmosphere. It plays a quiet role in stabilizing Earth's climate. As forests continue growing undisturbed, they become more efficient at managing water, air, and nutrients. Each passing decade improves balance rather than weakening it. The forest grows calmer and stronger with time. In older forests, fallen trees are rarely wasted. They slowly break down into soft, rich earth that feeds new growth. What once stood tall becomes the foundation for what comes next. Moss and small plants often settle on logs and stones, holding moisture like tiny sponges. This keeps the forest floor damp even during dry periods. It creates gentle pockets of life everywhere. Forests breathe in a slow rhythm with the seasons. In warmer months, they release large amounts of oxygen and moisture into the air. This moisture helps form clouds that later return as rain. Tree canopies act like umbrellas during storms. Some rain evaporates before touching the ground, while some drips slowly over hours. This spreads water evenly instead of letting it rush away. Roots from different trees often intertwine underground. Some even share nutrients through natural fungal networks in the soil. The forest becomes connected beneath the surface. Shaded areas beneath thick trees stay cool even on hot days. This protects soil moisture and prevents plants from burning under harsh sunlight. The forest creates its own comfortable climate. Forests soften strong winds by breaking them into slower currents. This protects young plants and prevents soil from blowing away. Calm air helps the ecosystem remain stable. Over time, forests influence local rainfall patterns. Areas with large forests often receive steadier rain than bare land. The trees help pull moisture from the air. Different layers of plants form from ground level to treetops. Each layer captures light in its own way. This allows many plants to live together without competing too strongly. As forests mature, they become more resilient to storms and droughts. Strong roots hold soil tightly, while diverse plant life recovers quickly after damage. The forest learns to heal itself.